everyone. Now, I will admit I had just recently woke up about 15-20 minutes ago. And I will say this, I'm not a morning person. I'm actually a night owl. Because of my work, I work at night. So, sorry if I'm breathing in the camera. So, this is really bright right now. And my voice sounds a little groggy because I think I'm starting to get sick. Because my throat is starting to get to that point where it's getting sore. Now I'm just moving this screen so I can see it, because reviewing my last video, I guess you can say I was a little bit nervous because I'm not used to being on camera. Plus, I'm not that photogenic. I guess you can call it insecurities or whatever, but over time, I'm pretty sure I'll get a little bit more comfortable and it'll be like nothing. So, this is gonna be our take 2 on our makeup show and tell on my simple little makeup bag. Hopefully that's relaxing. Now, this simple makeup bag I had gotten at, hold on, let's see if we can get that in a better quality. Nope, that's about as good as it's gonna get. And let me get comfortable. Yeah, like I said, I put the camera on the floor because on my last video, I think with my shaking hand, it did not come out that great. And like I said, I was a little bit nervous, so with my shaking foot and all that, it did not seem all that relaxing. So, yeah, but as I was going with it, this makeup bag, I got it at Walmart because I had a smaller one that was about this big. But then my everyday use required more. Let's move this back a little bit so it's not too close and you can see the whole thing. And plus it's closer to my face, so hopefully I don't sound too far away. And this is the cap to the camera, so, well, it's the cap to the lens. That's weird. I can see an AM PM cup back right there in that corner. I share a room, so I'm sorry if you see trash on some of my videos, whatever I upload. I know that is very, very, I guess, cleansy, because I remember growing up with my mom, she used to always say cleanliness is next to godliness. So I try to stay clean, but it doesn't always work out that way, especially being a busy adult. So, anyways, enough of my ramble. But this makeup bag, I got it at Walmart, and like I said, I had a smaller one, but my everyday started to require a little bit more product because I was starting to actually get a little adventurous with makeup. So I had to get a bigger one. And this one came up, and it was inexpensive, and it feels, I like the material, I like the color. As much makeup as I have, I'm really not girly, so I was glad that he had something that wasn't just pink. And I found this. It's kind of dirty because sometimes I travel a lot. Being that I live in a different town from my parents. Hopefully you can hear this. It's not too far away from the camera. So let's get some flowers and some patterns. But like I said, my favorite color is green. And if they had it in green, I would probably prefer the green one better than the blue one, but I'll take what I can get, especially if it isn't pink. So anyways, okay, let's get started. Now, sorry, I had to clear my throat. Like I said, I'm starting to get sick, so my throat kind of hurts. So if I have to take a deep breath, or if I have to clear my throat, please, hopefully it's not too overwhelming of the sounds. So, anyways, I guess to get started, how should I go about this? I feel like I should start how I would start my face every day, like my routine. Yeah, let's go with that. So, to start off, this is the Mederma skincare for scars. It smells like sunscreen because it is SPF 30 sunscreen. But this right here, I use it on my face because when I started getting into makeup, I wasn't really, I had acne scars, but they weren't as defined. But after wearing makeup, ironically as it is, I started getting a lot, and it started showing up on my cheeks more. So, I got this, and it does work because my scars are a lot smaller than what they used to be. Plus, my skin, from what I've been told, even after the first use, when I got out of the shower, they told me that my face looks wider. And like I said, if you want to get rid of your scars, if anything, even if it's not just acne scars, it's scars in general, I highly recommend Mederma. But the catch is, for this little tube, which is 0.7 ounces, it was $25. I thought it was well worth it, especially when I'm trying to get rid of my scars. So, whenever I start my face, I put some of this on my face, like mainly on my cheeks and on my chin, because that's where I have the most, and a little bit on my nose. So, I start with this. Now, depending on the day, sometimes I'll switch it up, and it's totally optional on the person of what they want to do first. I have people, let me get into a better comfortable position. I have people that prefer to wear concealer first, and I also have people that are really restricted on putting foundation first, then concealer. It's entirely up to the person. There is no proper way. I'll have other people tell me, well, when you put your concealer on first, you're wiping it off with the foundation, so it's better to use your foundation than your concealer. Personally, if it looks good, don't worry. Do what you do. Wear however you want. So, like I said, depends. Sorry. It depends on the person and how you feel. If you think your makeup looks good, just flaunt it, flaunt it, flaunt it, flaunt it. So, I'll just do it like if I'm gonna have like a matted face. This is my concealer, and this is Revlon Color Stay Concealer. Oh, my focus is really bad, but hopefully you can see that. Come on, camera, you can focus. It's not gonna focus probably. It's having some trouble focusing. So, hopefully, it'll probably get something here soon, but probably not. So, let's go ahead and zoom out. I don't know if you can see that because I have the tiny little screen here and I can't really see much. But anyways, this is my Revlon Color Stay Concealer, and in my color, I am light medium. My skin is, I'm Mexican, so from what I've been told, I don't look Mexican. I have the features, but my skin is really white. To where they say that I'm almost pale. But I'm light to where I'm almost pale, but I also have a tint to where I'm medium. So I'm in between that light medium to beige, or around those colors. And it's so hard to find the perfect concealer or foundation without looking so orange with the spray tan. So, like I said, I got this Revlon Color Stay, and this is probably the best concealer I've had out of all of them that I've tried that actually matches my skin tone, and it actually blends well with my foundation. So, I have two of them. I had went to the store recently, and I'm running out of this one, so I had to go get a new one. Sorry, I had to breathe away from the camera. Alright. I have no idea what this is. I just know it's an eye primer. Now, my mom has a terrible habit on impulse buying. Well, she doesn't anymore. But at the time, I think I was maybe a sophomore or a junior in high school. And she goes to some seminars in Las Vegas. And what she does is the kiosks that are out there in certain malls or like the shopping centers and some of the casinos, they would get her to do impulse buys, and she bought makeup, and this is the eye primer that came with it. But when my mom buys the bundle makeups, she doesn't wear them. It kind of just sits in her room and I wouldn't say rot, but I'll show you. It looks like a little pot from like a mat, but this thing, sorry, hopefully that wasn't too loud, but this thing looks like clay. Now, it does work on certain occasions, but sometimes if I really want my face to stay, because I haven't found a great primer yet, plus I've been on a budget, so I've been trying to be cheap about it, I've been using this on my face. If anybody knows or recognizes this, let me know on your opinion on it. Because like I said, she buys bundles of makeup, doesn't use it. There's one thing she doesn't like about it, and it stays in her room. So, when I went to cosmetology school, I took advantage. Because, believe it or not, surprisingly, my mom and I are the same color on our face. So it just works. Now, this is my liquid foundation. It's the Garnier Skin Active BB Cream. And I have the oily to combination skin because my face, I will admit, is oily. It is bad. And this is light medium. And this is the most perfect liquid foundation I found that matches my face. But it's great, but then again it's not. Because this is light coverage. If you want matted full coverage, I know the Revlon 24-hour liquid foundation is great. But when I did my test and I first tried it, it looked great. Now, I was getting ready for a date, and every makeup person knows, like your man's. We start off, and it depends on the person. With that one, I kind of do little bulges on my face and then blend it. But you put like a spot right here, and you get your brush, you dab it, and then you dab it around all of your face. Well, I went to the park, and as I was in the middle of my date, I had my hands up in front, and I noticed there was a big orange spot right here. Luckily that day, I plowed, not a lot, but I made sure my face was pretty matted to where whatever blush embarrassment I had on my face didn't show. Because this thing was orange, and I was praying and hoping that this guy did not see something orange on my face. So with that, I was immediately like, nope, I can't do this. So, anybody that's starting off with makeup or just wants like a light coverage that doesn't look so overwhelmingly with orange, this is your go-to. I like it. Anybody else got any suggestions? Let me know. I'm gonna set the brushes aside because I have my comments on some of these brushes, and they're probably really disgusting dirty. I'm sorry. I should have cleaned them before I showed them off. Now, I have the CoverGirl press powder, and this is the oil control press powder. And I have this in warm beige. Now, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I do like it. And I'm about halfway through it. But is this the one I've been using a lot? Yes, recently, because like I said, I'm on a budget. But if I didn't have a price tag, and if I wanted to go with a different loose powder, I would use Bare Minerals Matted Loose Powder Foundation. And I actually have the pot right here. I love this stuff. I have it in golden medium. And this is definitely oil control. I'm running low, so I only use this on special occasions. But, like I said, this is the stuff to go to when you want a really matted finish. Even with using the BB cream, it still looks good. Sorry, it sounds like someone's here. Yeah, no one's home right now, so I figured I'd take advantage. So no one's walking in the doors and you don't hear shuffling in feet. Okay, after I got my foundation going, I'll start with my eyebrows. And I have the NYX Cosmetic Eyebrow Cake Powder. And I have it in brunette. Because I am a brunette. My hair is pretty dark. But if I were to lighten it, and maybe taking about 2 or 3 times, I could get that pretty light. But this little wax spot, I don't use it because I don't like how it makes the powder look on my eyebrows. The only time I use it is when I'm cleaning up my eyebrows. So, this is what I use. And then after that, I contour my face. Now, Bare Minerals has one that's called Warmth. It's actually really pretty and I like it. But when I'm cheap, I use the Fit Me bronzer from Maybelline. Looking at it, I thought it was going to be really orangey for me, but it's not. This is medium bronze, and it actually fits my face pretty good. Now, the next thing I do is my eyes. As you can see, I don't use blush. I suffer from really bad redness, so I feel as if I put blush, I'm going to continue to look at it all day and think my face is red. So, I just stay away from blush. But, if I get my face done by someone else that wants to, I let them do whatever they feel like they want to do. If they think blush is the way to go for me, then so be it. Go ahead. Well, this is my eyelash curler. Now, I had one from Lancome years ago, and I don't know what happened to it. I lost it or something. I forgot what happened. Like I said, my mom did impulse buy, didn't like it, kind of just left it there, and I took it. But I was given this in a little packaging for Christmas one year. I don't like it necessarily because certain eyelash curlers, they don't really fit on everyone's eyelids. So, yeah. But I work with it. Now, after that, I use a retractable eyeliner. Sorry, I can't talk. I use a retractable pencil. And this is from Milani, and I use black. I don't use brown or any other color. I'm just a black person. No offense if that sounded offensive. And it's just like that. I'm doing it the wrong way. That's just it. For anybody that's looking for an eyeliner that isn't easily smeared, Milani's the way to go. I've tried a lot of eyeliners, and the most harshest one that would smear was the Maybelline. It was a retractable pencil, and I remember it being green. I just can't remember exactly the name, but I remember it being Maybelline, and it was in a green container. that was one of the worst ones I've had. Never used it again. Then I moved on to Revlon, and I think I just got so accustomed to it that it started smearing too, so I switched to Milani. And I've been using that for the past, not this particular pencil, but I've been using this brand for eyeliner for the past year and a half, almost 2 years. I haven't been dissatisfied. Now, I hear a lot of people have mixed feelings on, sorry, give me 1 second. Now, as I was saying, I feel like everyone has dislikes on this liquid eyeliner. Personally, I love it. I've used a lot, and they always stain my eyelids. Don't like it. So I always revert back to this one. And the reason why I like it is if I mess up, or I don't like how it looks, I can easily just wait for it to dry and get a Q-tip and just wipe it off, and it comes off no problem. So, I have another one because, like I said, I went to the store and I'm running low, so I had to get another one. Now, if I'm going with my everyday that is not natural, I use these two mascaras. The Lash Stiletto by Maybelline, because it's good for length. Okay, took my deep breath. I use the Lash Stiletto for length. First I put this on after I'm done with my eyeliner. Then I'll put on whatever volume mascara I have. Right now I have the falsies, and so far so good. They work. Usually I use the Colossus one from Maybelline. It's a yellow one, but I got it in a package bundle and I figured I'll use it. So these two together, and they make my eyelashes look natural, because I don't wear fake eyelashes unless it's really a special occasion. I'm so sorry if you heard that. Now, if I'm not wearing eyeliner and I want something natural, I use the Voluminous Butterfly one. And it's just for length. And the reason why is because if you can see that brush, it's at an angle. And it actually applies really well. I know people are probably going to be like, if you open and close it like that, you're trying out. Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's worth it for you guys. And this is my Revlon lip gloss. This thing is old, I will admit that, because they do not make this anymore. And I love this. This color actually fits my lips pretty well, especially if I'm going natural. I have not bothered to try to get another one, or find another one equally the same, because I can't find it. This is actually Sunbaked 044. Now, if I need to put on a matted lipstick, I put on some chapstick before I get started, only so my lips are moisturized, and when I put on the lipstick, you don't see any of my imperfections, like a chapped lip, or the cracks and crevices in my lips. Now, this is the brush I use for my liquid foundation. As you can see, there's no bottom. I'm not sure if this is from Real Techniques, or if it's just like a knockoff brand that they made it equally the same. I will not, I don't know, maybe this is just because of a bad experience, but I've had like bad experiences 3 times already. I'm ordering brushes from Amazon, and I ordered this one because it was on sale for 99 cents, and they said it was red. Well, the bottom portion broke off. There's a huge indent in it, as you can see, and it's pink, but it works. I'm not complaining, it works. I just need to clean it. But like I said, I anybody that's expecting or orders brushes from Amazon, be careful. See, I have another one I ordered from. It was like a package, one with about like 9 or I can't remember. I think it was like 10 brushes. And this is one of them. They had a handle with it too. I need to get a hot glue gun and glue those back together. But this is the brush I use for pressed powder. I don't know if I have them. This is what they originally should look like with the handle. But I don't have them. My handles are inside the makeup boxes I have. And whenever I do get a hot glue gun, I'll glue them back together. Now, this is the Bare Minerals Kabuki brush. This is full coverage. I hate it. To be honest, I really don't like it. Because they had brushes that looked like this. Maybe a little bigger and fluffier with the handle. And I loved that one. Now when I went to go get it from Ulta, the sales representative there had told me that they didn't have any more in stock. And at that time, the biggest thing that everyone wanted was a kabuki brush. So I said, okay, I'll try it. I didn't like it. I think I'm just used to a handle. Like having a handle like this when I do something. But when I use my contour or my bronzer, it is great on blending on that. That's pretty much it. So that's why I still have it and I still use it. Here we go with the broken brush. This is supposed to be a concealer brush and it's tiny. It was so cute when it had a handle. But now I use this when I fill in my eyebrows, and if I need to clean them up, I'll get my concealer or my foundation and clean up the outsides of it. Now, I use 2 different brushes on my eyebrows. This is the e.l.f. Small Angled Brush, and I use this to outline. And then I was given this as a gift. It was like from Walmart, the brushes, and this is like a flat eyeliner brush. But if you really look at it, I personally think that's a little too fat for an eyeliner brush. So I use this to fill them in. Now when I do it, because they say naturally at the end of your eyebrow it's darker, so whatever I have, I'll push the powder back to where it looks darker, and I blend it in with this brush. So that's pretty much my everyday. Now, I was really thinking about it yesterday on gum chewing. People are 50-50 when it comes to that. So please give me some feedback on whether or not I should do some gum chewing. And yeah, that bag looks really dirty. I'm sorry if you're looking in there and you're probably thinking, what is this girl doing? So, hopefully I provide some relaxation for you guys. Sorry if guys are listening. This is really a girl thing with makeup, but hopefully, like I said, I provided some sort of relaxation. Like I said, please leave a comment on what you guys think, and hopefully this is a little bit more relaxing. Right, I'll do a next video. I'm trying to think of what I should do next, but whenever I get an idea, I would definitely be posting.